Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to create custom web forms that can be instantly uploaded through Credit Money Machine into Right Signature or eSig online and then sent to a client. So basically the first thing you want to do is make sure you've got the record or the contact that you want to send this template to. Remember, our template manager has got a multitude of categories or things it does. So it's going to manage your email templates, document templates, as well as letter templates for your disputes. So I'm going to go in to the template manager. I'll locate my documents, and all I do is just, label it the category appropriately, forms-ECS docs, and then I've got a couple of documents in here. For example, I'll go with my ECS outsourcing doc. What you'll notice in this document is that I've got a bunch of merged symbols in the template. Okay, and the reason that I don't, in this case, I don't just have standard templates that are static templates in Right Signature is because a lot of times I want to maybe provide a little bit more professionalism, something that's a little bit more personalized to my client. Or maybe there's some custom terms that I want to be able to change in a document for a particular client or a particular transaction. And so I'll create documents like this that have merged symbols in it that will fill in today's date, the name of the client here, and so on. And the way I can quickly take a template that I've created in the system and turn it into a signable agreement through Credit Money Machine is to make sure I have my third-party service that I pay for. In this case, it's Right Signature. And I've got this integrated in the system. I'll show you guys how to set that up real quick when I'm done showing you the functionality here. But all I have to do is click on the button to create PDF and log in. You guys can read this little message. The default is the right way to go with yes. This just gives me the option to create a PDF copy on my hard drive or put it in a folder somewhere. For example's sake, I'm going to say no. And what the system is doing right now is converting this into a web form. Okay, my web form is created, and now it's asking me, it's telling me that it's opening Right Signature in my browser, which you can see that I drag over from my other screen here. Okay, and I'm also going to hit OK because what it's doing is it's pasting the path to this document into my Windows clipboard so I can easily paste that or locate that when I log into Right Signature to upload this as a web form and add the signature box and date box. So I'm going to hit OK. Okay, and I'll go over to my web browser here where it popped up, and I will log in. Okay, so next step will be to go in Right Signature will be go to Online Forms, and I'm going to create a new online form, and then I'll hit Get Started / choose a document here. And now I'll just hit Control-V to paste the document that I just created. Because remember, it copied this path right here into my Windows clipboard so that I can just hit Control-V and paste it when I get to this step. So now I'll open it. You'll notice it selects the form name right here. And it's uploading that document right into Right Signature from the template manager in Credit Money Machine. Okay. Now you'll notice, I know this is probably pretty small for you guys, but you'll notice the name of the client, Apple Sample, is in the agreement. All the information, today's date, is in the agreement where the merged symbols are. And now all I have to do is go down here where I've got my little signature here and click on Sign. to create a signature box. Save. And then I'll put a date box in there as well if I want the date in here. And after I've created it, I can just adjust it the way I want. Hit save. Okay, my form is complete. You notice again, it's been personalized to the specific client that I was on when I went to the template manager, and then I created the document. So now my final step, once I'm happy with my little custom agreement here, is just simply hit create online form. Okay, and then I can choose an option here. Typically, I'm just going to hit email link. And if you guys have some type of expiring offer for this agreement with a client, you can certainly create an expiration date right here in Right Signature, which is a nice feature. We'll go with never expires in this case. And then I just click the button that says generate link. And unless you're using like Outlook or something like that, I typically just recommend you clip it, you copy to your clipboard this link. And then I'm going to go back into Credit Money Machine. I'm going to go back to my contact record, and I'm going to send her this link. And I'll show you what this link looks like, what this agreement looks like when it's complete by just pasting that here. And let's see, we'll just get rid of this little review button here. And here's the agreement that the client, when they click on the link, would receive. They put their name and email address in. They can review the agreement. And when they're done, they can simply click to open it, sign it. They can preview their signature, make sure they like it. Go into the date here, put today's date in. Okay. And it's not going to let me submit this, and I'm not going to because it's a fake contract until I've got a name and email address in here. So the client would just go, you know, okay. And now you'll notice that it allows me to submit the signature. So this would be the client actually signing this agreement from the link you created. They can also print a PDF here and open it, and print it like this and sign it and scan it and send it back to you if they like. So pretty cool feature. You see how quick and easy that was to create a custom document on the fly, submit it to Right Signature through the software, and then email that link to the client, so that you guys have a personalized, customized agreement for that particular client. Okay. Another type of document that I usually will create or use for on-the-fly stuff is, and here we'll move my browser back over, is if you notice in here my template manager under forms, I also have some generic stuff in here like a CC authorization form. And this is something where maybe I've got, in this case, the addendum to my ultimate package. I can change this stuff on the fly. And then down here what I've done is I keep the cardholder name, credit card number, all this information static here, and as well as my little disclosure here that kind of makes my agreement legal. What I do here is I just customize this stuff down here that's in bold. So maybe I want to offer kind of a one-off add-on to a package I'm offering, or some kind of special term. I can simply change this document on the fly, and maybe I want to give them an option. So I'd go like this, okay? And I would say, let's see. My machine intermediate. Something like that. And maybe I give them an option, and if I wanted to add a description, below each one, say something like this. I could do that so that now when I upload this agreement or this addendum, it's got the options, and I can use this to create that custom form. So again, I just go here, follow my little steps, create my web form here. It's creating the web form, takes a few seconds, and then it's going to open Right Signature again. And I just kind of follow the same steps. Now this document, because it's got more fillable boxes, it's probably going to need a little bit more work for me, right? So I'm going to create an online form. It's going to be a new online form. Again, if you remember, the way the system works is it automatically puts the document that I just created into my Windows clipboard, open. It's uploading that web form to Right Signature for me. There it is. And now I can, create my little text boxes here and make this a custom form on the fly. Now this is going to be a little bit more work. So these ones I don't do nearly as often because it is a little bit more time consuming. Not that it's super difficult, but it does take a little bit of effort, as you can see. So just give you an example, what it looks like. But I'm creating my form on the fly, create my signature box down on the bottom. When I'm done, I hit Create Online Form. Again, I can give it a expiration date so that I can honor maybe some type of urgency creator I'd use to get this person to sign up right away. And I can put my little check boxes down here. So you can see that. Okay, so now they can check that box or this box and select an option. I can even put a little initial box there if maybe I want them to initial instead of check box. Pretty awesome, pretty cool ability on the fly to create custom documents. So that's my training on the custom documents on the fly in Credit Money Machine. As you guys can see, it's fast, it's easy, it's efficient, and it's a very nice option. It makes your ability to provide proposals on the fly that are customized or personalized to your potential client. As you can see here, I've got some custom documents in here where I can give people different options. I can change pricing and that kind of stuff. But it gives you guys flexibility. It gives you professionalism. It gives you the ability to store a standardized document in Credit Money Machine that's going to pull information in from that contact record and electronically allow you to have it electronically signed. So that's the training on that. The other thing that I was going to promise you guys that I wanted to kind of redo for you is grouping contacts. I'm going to log out real quick of my system and blow the screen up permanently so that you guys can see the screen a little bit bigger when I'm doing the group contacts. I want you guys to see some of the options there and how easy it is to do. So what I'm doing right now is just backing up some stuff real quick in my system, and then I'm going to log out. And when I log out and log back in, right here, it allows me to blow the thing up to 150% throughout the entire system versus one page. So that's why I logged out. Now I'm logging back in, and it should be now full screen for you guys. Go to my advanced view. There you go. So now you guys can see the screen a little bit bigger. Okay. So the other thing I'm going to cover real quick is sending group emails. And the first thing you have to do to send a group email is to filter your database down to a specific group of contacts that you want to send those emails to. So there's a couple of cool ways I can do that, and I can save those groups so that they're easy to come back to and resend. And you'll see there's an option right here in the quick menu called Group Contacts. And under Group Contacts, I have what's called one-click groups. You'll notice I have a couple of categories here, and I'll show you guys where to change this list and add to this list so that it's a static category. And what this does is if I've got records in this group, you'll notice that this is X'd, so it shows that this record, Apple Sample here, is in the sample records group. And what you'll also notice is right here up top, it's showing me I have 4,867 records in my system total. Okay, and I've got all of them selected, 4,867 selected, and I'm on record number 146 of 4867. Okay, so now watch what happens when I click on sample records. And I'm going to search all, meaning all records in my entire database. So I clicked on sample records. This menu pops up. I hit all. Okay. Now what it did is it filtered my database down to all of them that are considered sample records or that I have in this group called sample records. Okay. Now that I've got my group created or selected, I want to send an email to all 39 of those records. How do I do that? Get my group created, and then I go to my template manager, and I'm going to select an email that I want to send out. We'll send the out of office auto reply, even though this is an auto reply. It's a template that I can send out real quick as an example. So I select my email template. I'm going to go right here to the box that says email template, meaning send this email. And I'm going to get a menu that pops up, and normally, by default, I send emails instantly because there's no options. I'm not doing anything special. I'm just creating an email, sending it as fast as I can. Well, in this case, so that I can send a group email, I'm going to click the normal button, and you'll see what happens. It brings up this menu here of options of what I should do with this email template. Now, I can either send it to the current record, which is Johnny Affiliate in this case. It's telling me who that is. Or, as you can see the description here to the left, I can use the selected found group of 39 selected. Which one do I want to do? I want to go with selected. So now I'm going to create 39 emails. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and hit continue. When I do that, it's going to actually send or create 39 individual emails with that exact same template right away. Okay, now the last thing it's going to ask me is, do you want these templates to have personalization? Meaning, do you want to use the merge symbols, the today's date in the email? Do you want to put the agent name, position, phone number, and URL? Or do you want to skip all that and just send the email? I'm going to do it with, which means it's going to take a little bit longer because I've got to go in and enter all that information in. So it'll take about, I don't know, 15 to 30 seconds, depending on how many emails they are and how much content is there, to create the emails. Once the emails are created, I will then have a chance to preview one last time those emails before I decide to send them out. And that'll be in my outbox. So it's going to create these emails and stick them in my outbox. Once they're in my outbox, I can review them and hit send. I can remove certain emails from the scheduled emails to go out. So if there's certain ones I decide, oh wait, I don't want that one to go out, I can remove them at that time. Once I'm happy, I hit one button to send all those emails out, or I can schedule those emails for a later date, which is a very cool, very powerful tool. Okay. And unfortunately, sometimes when I do it with sample records, and I don't have an email on there, it'll stop at that record and say, hey, there's no email here. But I'm going to go see what was created. There should have been quite a few emails created. And this is nice because now I can go look at that record, Bob Tester, and eliminate him from my list. So let's go back in, take a look. All right, I want to blow this back up. I'm not used to working in the system on my computer when the screen is so big, it kind of makes it hard for me to navigate. But I'm doing it for you guys' benefit. All right, so let's go in the email system and see what was created. Let's see if we have some emails in here in my outbox. Here they are. Okay, so now I can review these emails, as you can see, before I send them out. Once I'm happy with it, I go, yep, that looks good. I can literally just hit send right here, and it'll send all 39 emails. Also, though, you can see where it says right here, send on. And in this box, I can change the date. So I can actually send these emails at a future date, which is a very cool feature to have. It's a very powerful feature to have. Maybe you want to send an out-of-office notification versus reply here on Monday morning or whatever. Even though you're leaving Friday at the end of the day, this would be a notification that, hey, by the way, just letting everybody know I'll be out of the office today and tomorrow. You know, if you have any questions or need anything, please give me a call, so on and so forth. So that's how you do it. You get here, you can either schedule, you could hold a couple of these, say, you know what, I don't want these to go out right now. I'm not sure if I want to send them. Hit send, and then obviously everything here except the 4 that I have on hold would go out. You notice that I can ask for our email read validation if I want. Okay, so pretty cool, pretty powerful tool, pretty nice that it does. What I like about this is that it doesn't just blast it out, because as we all know, when we're multitasking, we may be doing a blast email or trying to announce something to our clients or our affiliates or something like that, and not be paying attention, send out the wrong template, or maybe include somebody in the email blast or announcement that I'm going to send out that I don't want to go out. So what this system does is create the emails, stack them up in your outbox like this, and allow you to just quickly review them. Okay, and I can go to these emails individually if I want to and review them. Okay, and then I can go right back to my outbox and continue my review, like I said, and then boom, send, it goes out, everything's good. So that's sending group emails. I'm going to actually delete those in a second. Now, what I told you guys is I would show you how to set up the right signature in the system. And then I also told you guys I would show you how to set up the email templates and stuff. So first thing I'll show you is how to set up right signature in the system and integrate it and get it to work and all that good stuff. So you go to your agent area, okay? In the agent area, I'm simply just going to go to my eSign tab at the top for my account. So here's my eSign. I select from one of the 4 providers that Credit Money Machine uses or integrates with. Okay. I put my username in, my password in. Now you see this is empty because it doesn't show it unless I double click on it. It's kind of a little security protection. I'm obviously not going to show you guys my password for right signature, but trust me when I say it's in there. And what's nice is each agent, if you want, could have their own e-sign setup or signature if you wanted, or they could use one default, you know. But if you guys wanted somebody in your company to be using DocuSign for some reason instead of RightSig, you could do that. And let's go look at her e-sign again. Type in username, type in password, and now she's using DocuSign. Okay, so that's how you set up the DocuSign or right signature stuff. Very easy to do. Just go to your agent area, go up here to e-sign, select the service, username, password, done. Okay. Now, there's a couple other ways to group to create groups. And I also told you guys, that's what I told you. I would show you how to add to your list here in the drop-down. So you're going to do the same thing, except going to agent area. Under setup and support, you're going to go to company area to set up your lists. And you'll see right here it says group field labels. Just go to group field labels, and you can see my little labels here. And I can add, you know, a group, a one-click group here. Go back to my record, and you'll notice that now I have test here. And there'll be no records in here because I haven't assigned anything yet. So one of the things I'll do is I'll assign some records to it, and I'll show you guys how to do that. One quick little way is maybe I want to assign all of my affiliates, all of the people I've marked as a referral partner in my system. So one way I can do that is I can click this arrow. It'll give me the ability to search for all of my affiliates or whatever. In fact, what I'll do here is I will search all of my agents. Let's see how many we get. We have 5 contacts as agents. Okay. And I saw on that list a record that I will exclude from my group. So the way I can exclude when I do a search a certain record, I can go to list contacts and to look at the list, select that record, and omit it. I'm not going to delete it, but I'm going to omit it. I'm just omitting it from my list. It's no longer in my list. Okay. You'll notice I have 4 records now selected here. And if I go to my group contacts, I can actually add these 4 records manually by going one by one like this and just marking that record to put it into that one-click group. Okay. Or I can hit the S button here, and if you look at it, it says click to set check mark at left for selected records. This is a way to take this entire group that I've or selected contacts that I found and add them all in one click. So I'm going to go here and say, yep, add those selected people to this group. Now when I scroll, you'll notice they're all checked. And I've now just created a group for my test link. Okay. So to show you that it works, I'll go to all to get my entire database selected. I'll go to a record far away here, and I'll now with one click bring up those 4 records. Boom, just like that, insanely fast, very efficient, very easy to use. Okay, so that's one way to create groups very quickly that I can very efficiently filter my database. Advanced training, here's everybody I've got in my advanced training email blast. I got 33 people. Sample records, 39. See how easy that is? So this group system is very powerful, very efficient. I can clear this group if I want to by hitting this button, and then I can clear just the one record or the whole group. So now, again, all 4 of them are clear. There's none of them are X'd. I'm going to go ahead and reset those, though. I want those in my group. Okay. Another thing I can do, another way to create groups, maybe it's not something that you want to go into your one-click group area, label a field, and you know, make it a static group that's going to be there for long term. Maybe you just want to do something on the fly. Well, that's what we have our on the fly groups here for. And you'll notice we've got 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the fly groups. And you got plus, minus, and C. C for clear or clears the check marks. Plus is to add. Minus is to subtract. Okay. So here's what I'll do. Maybe I decide just for this particular circumstance, I'm going to combine the test one-click group and the advanced training group into one group just for this on-the-fly situation. Okay. Well, I can see that I have this little red dot here showing me that there's something saved in this on-the-fly group. So before I use it, I'm going to hit the C button, clear, preserve, found, set. I'm going to clear it. Okay, looks like there's a bunch of records in there. Okay, now it's clear. I can see there's nothing there. And what I'll do is I'm going to add these two groups. So the first thing I'll do is I've got these 4 records selected right now. And I'm going to go ahead and hit plus to add all 4 of those with one click. Okay, so when I go here, you'll see they're all 4 selected, just like they are in the test box here. So just added those to my on-the-fly group. And now I'm also going to add my advanced training group to this. So I'll select that group, and I got 33 of them. Okay, and now I'll hit plus again to add those 33, just like that. Okay, so now if I had 33 plus the 4 in test, I should have a total of 37 records in this on-the-fly group. And I will go ahead and do my same little test here. And works the same way as the one-click groups. I just click the number 1 to pull up all the records in that on-the-fly group. So I click here, hit all, and it should bring up, there you go, 37 records. So real quick, I just took these 2 groups, combined them into one group. I can now send them an email, send them a group text, individual text messages using the template manager. And then when I'm done, I decide, well, that's the only time I'm ever going to do that, or I don't want to save this group. That's why I did an on-the-fly group. I can clear it. The other thing I could do, though, if I wanted, was create a memorized group. So I'm going to add. Okay, I click here, kind of a shortcut to this little area. And I can add the group here. Now, what I would normally do is I would go in and set it up. If I wanted to keep this group permanently, I would go in, like I said, to the company area, group, field labels, and create, let's go down here, we'll hit test number 2. So what I've done is I've got another group here that I've created that's a combination of advanced training and test, which is right now currently stored in the on-the-fly group. Okay? Well, how do I now move that over here? Well, I've got 37 records that are selected, right? When I clicked here, it selected those 37. Well, all I got to do is go like this, selected. I've now taken those same 37 records and marked them to be part of the one-click group called Test 2. And now that I'm done with this on-the-fly group, I just simply clear this. That's empty, but I've got my test, my permanent group, or my one-click group that's now available right here. And I click on it, and it should bring up 37 records. Boom, just like that. Very easy, very simple to use, but insanely powerful. I mean, think about how great it is to be able to filter your database and then very quickly on the fly save those records you found to a group, either temporarily or permanently into a list that you can bring back up anytime you want with one click. So that's my training today. What we covered today was how to send group emails, how to create one-click groups and on-the-fly groups. And then we also covered creating custom e-sign documents through Right Signature. The other systems will be a similar process. The reason I train in Right Signature is that's the service I personally use for my business. So obviously it's easier for me to log in and use that as an example. So hope you guys get a lot out of this training. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you, if you have questions, feel free to give me a call or shoot me an email. And I'll just give you my contact information just in case you don't have it. And you guys can take a look right here. Give me a call in the office line anytime, or my email at chat@expertcreditsystems.com. Thank you and have a wonderful day.